Alright guys, BOJoeKO here, and we are back with our Columbus Blue Jackets GM mode. Already done the Year 1 simulation, getting ready to go into the Year 1 draft. So we ended off the first year 34, 40, and 8 as expected. We would fairly bad since we traded away all of our guys. We're going for the rebuild. But on a bright note, the Springfield Falcons, our AHL team, actually did end up winning the Calder Cup, which actually was pretty cool. So we're going to go into the draft now. A lot of you guys gave some pretty good suggestions for draft-wise, and I'll get to those in a minute. But first, we need to check out all the awards for this year as well. So we'll take a look at that first. So Stanley Cup champion this year went to the Minnesota Wild, so very nice for them. President's Trophy went to the Ottawa Senators. Clarence S. Campbell, Minnesota. Prince of Wales, Toronto Maple Leafs. Art Ross went to Steven Stamkos. Hart Memorial, Steven Stamkos. James Norris went to Drew Doughty. Lady Byng, Steven Stamkos. Calder Memorial, Sean Monahan. Conn Smythe, Ilya All right, we'll skip over that like that never happened. Vesna went to Pekka Rinne. William N. Jennings went to Mike Smith. Bill Masterton, Robin Regier, Frank J. Selke, Pavel Datsuk, and Ted Lindsay. Steven Stamkos, Maurice Richard, Steven Stamkos can't talk. And then the AHL Springfield Falcons did win the Calder Cup. See if any of our teams won anything. Down here, I like any specific players won a specific award. So the Richard F. Canning Trophy, which is the Eastern Conference champions. Okay, nope, 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 nope. Okay, so Jeremy Smith won the Jack A. Butterfield Trophy, which is the most valuable player in the Calder Cup playoffs. So there we go, not bad. Yeah, Calder Cup. Okay, so just whatever the guy's name was. Our singing goalie. I don't even know. Jeremy Smith, that was his name. Jesus. I don't know how I forgot that quickly. Okay, so there was the awards. So before we go right into the draft, I think we can still edit our trade block since it is a day beforehand. I think we can at least. I don't know if you can on our phone. I think we can under GM options though. No, we cannot upgrade the trading block. I think maybe if we go up to the 22nd, we can do it. Then we can update our trading block. Okay, retirements as well. I forgot about that. Okay, so retirements out of year 1. Let's see who we got here. So Saku Koivu, Michael Hanzus, Ryan Smith, Ed Jovanovski, Francis Bouillon, Eric Bolton, Joe Corvo, Hal Gill, Chris Pronger, and Craig Adams. So Hal Gill and Chris Pronger both retired from Philly out of year 1, so that's pretty surprising. No goaltenders and no goalies retired. Okay, so until the retirees. Yes, now we can upgrade our trading block. So I wanted to do that. I really just want to upgrade our trading block just before to look at our draft picks, what we're looking at for drafting wise. So for this year, it looks like we have 2 first rounders, and yeah, we have 2 first round picks, and our pick, which is going to be a top 5 pick. We also have the Detroit Red Wings pick, so we might have to go look in the playoff tree to see where Detroit might have ended up. And we also have 1, 2, 3, 4 second round picks with Buffalo, ourselves, Detroit's, and the New York Islanders second round pick as well. We also have our third round pick and a fourth round pick, and then 2 fifths, but I don't know if they're going to be worth anything. Maybe we can use the Winnipeg and Pittsburgh 5th round pick and maybe the 7th and maybe move up to a third, maybe a possible second. Who knows? We'll see if we can move something around there. The 4th, I might want to move up as well to try to get a third. So if I can package deal maybe like the 4th, 2 fifths, and a 7th to maybe get up to some more second round picks, but we already are decent enough for drafting wise. 2 first rounders, which I'm happy about. It's going to be obviously a top 5 and then probably like a mid 20s, I'm going to assume, with Detroit, and then 4 seconds. So we're already good for drafting. I don't know if I need that many more seconds. Another one wouldn't hurt, but we already have 4 second round picks. So I'm going to leave Nathan Horton there on the trading block because he actually did drop down from the progress reports last time I checked. So I'll check out my contract situation, see if there's going to be anybody which I could potentially trade for something, and it has to be obviously some skaters with who do not have years, are not going to have to be re-signed this year. So all these guys are fair game. I just want to let's look for overalls as well as progression wise. So for forward wise, so can't be Johansson. We're not trading Johansson anyway. Kuznetsov, no peace saying. Como stays. Yeah, Fratton stays. Atkinson, yeah, he's going to stay. Jenner stays. Burt, yeah, he's gonna get released probably anyway. Surprised he didn't retire. He's 39. He still keep going. Calvert stays. Skilly, yeah, Skilly will probably go. A lot of these guys 1 year left. Bowl we can maybe trade for something. Who knows? Release some of that more of that cap as well. With Jared Bowl, he might actually have some trade value on him. Bass, Craig. We could probably trade away some of these minor league guys and boost it up to some second round picks. Yeah, we have some potential guys that we can trade in there. Weinberg as well. He jumped up to a 62 in Mutre as well. Okay. So if those are the forwards. Defensemen, I really don't think there's any defensemen that we need to trade. Yeah, we have to sign a shit ton of defensemen this year. Only guy is Larkin that we have to sign. We have to sign the whole entire defensive core. Then goaltenders. Bobrovsky did drop 1 overall to an 85. So that's not really too bad to worry about. But Jeremy Smith is a 76 right now, so he'll be the backup next year. And Oscar Dansk is also a 72, so he boosted up fairly well as well. And we can't trade any of these guys either. So we're fine. We can maybe just use some of the AHL guys to move up into the draft. But I think we're good. Let's just check to see where our draft pick might be. I'll take a look at Stat Central. Let's look at the playoff tree because I know. So we had ours, the Islanders, and Detroit. So Detroit got knocked out of the first round by Tampa Bay. So that was a clutch thing. And that was the LA pick I was remembering too, guys. Remember when I said we had LA's second round pick? That second round pick was actually Buffalo's second round pick. So if we take a look at the team standings from this year, Detroit got knocked out of the playoffs early, which was really nice. So we were sorted by lowest to overall. So Washington, we need to see where Buffalo and the Islanders were. Okay, so the Islanders finished in 8th, and Buffalo finished in 10th. Well, 10th worst. If we had to rank it by this, so we were 3rd, so we could have the 3rd overall pick or the 2nd or the 4th. The Islanders were 23rd, so that's probably going to be a high second round pick, and same thing with Buffalo. So we have 2 high second round picks. That's going to be nice. And we also have ours, which is going to be high as well. So we could potentially have like 3 straight really high top 10 second round picks as well. So that'll be really nice to draft. And then who was the other team we had? Detroit. Yeah, Detroit got knocked out of the first round, so their first is going to be a little bit late, and the second's going to be a little bit late as well. But it looks like we have pretty good draft. It looks like we're going to have a nice draft here. And let's get right into it. Let's get right into the draft. Probably will dedicate the whole video to the draft. All right, so looks like we did lose out on the lottery. So it looks like probably Calgary got the pick that they wanted. And looks like we have the 4th overall pick now as well as the 23rd. Okay, so let's see if we can get a trade here done. I don't know if I feel confident enough now. All right, New Jersey's calling us for a trade proposal. Nathan Horton for their 1st and their 2nd. Okay, let's see. So they want the 1st and the 2nd for Nathan Horton. Okay, let me see where, whoa, I can't shut it down. Oh, I have to shut down phones, I guess. All right, well, let me see. Where was Jersey's picks actually ranked? Because Nathan Horton's, like I said, his overall did go down. So they want to trade the 13th and the 43rd for Nathan Horton. You know what? I think I might just hold on to Nathan Horton and maybe sign it because I'd rather get prospects for him rather than picks. So I think I'll hold on to him, but let's see if we can get some seconds. All right, so we have our drafting thing right here. So it looks like we have the 4th, the 23rd. We're going to have the 33rd, which is going to be the 3rd overall pick in the 2nd round. We're also going to have the 8th overall pick. Actually, that's the 2nd overall pick in the 2nd round because it goes 3rd. Actually, no, it's 3rd. It's 3rd. What am I talking about? It goes 30 and then, 31, 32, 33. Yeah, so it's the 3rd overall pick in the 2nd round and then the 8th overall pick in the 2nd round as well as the 10th overall pick. So we have 3 top 10 picks in the 2nd round, which is good. And we also have the 53rd, which is going to be a late 2nd round pick. All right, so I think we should try to move up to see if we can get another 2nd rounder. So let's see if we can trade away some of those guys, some of the people that might meet the trading block who are very, very low. Like Jared Bowl would be a good player to trade here because he does have salary. We could trade away Jared Bowl as well as some picks and see if we can move up to a 2nd rounder. So let's get Jared Bowl out of here because I don't like his contract. See if there's going to be any teams that are interested in him, which there are. I'll send him over to the Western Conference so he doesn't bother us. So we'll go for Anaheim. So Anaheim wants to take him on. We'll see if we can get a draft pick for him. Okay, so it's going to be a late second. So maybe the 42nd. So we can go for Anaheim's 42nd pick. We can give them our third. Actually, no, the fourth, 2/5, and a seventh, and the seventh. And then I think we should be good to get maybe that. Think that could go through? I don't know. It seems like it's a little bit much. Is there anything else that has a little bit more weight to it? That Bass guy had a good, actually a little bit of trade value to him. Burt, we can't trade. They want Bass. Does he have? Is he on a 1 year? Yeah, he has 1 year left, so he's not gonna. He's not gonna go. Bull has 4 years left on 1.7, so we might as well try to trade him. This Craig guy. I'm just trying to look for people. Seedlick. They want Seedlick, so we can take out a fourth for Seedlick. Just trying to put in players that they would want to. They want to take, so we can. We don't need Seedlick. We could throw him in there. It's not gonna go through because they need a player, don't they? Yeah, it's not gonna go through. Okay. We'll just throw the draft pick in there and hope for the best. If not, we only have one really chance. Well, not really. We can actually try to move up as well. All right, so let's just see if this goes through. I doubt it will, but you never know. So Bowl, a 2/5, a fourth, and a seventh for the second round pick from Anaheim. Is there anything late? Because that might be a little bit too hefty. Let me look for other draft picks that don't have that much weight to it. We might be able to get a third. I think a second might be stretching it. The second 55th overall? That might not be bad. I'll go back to Washington, but they don't want Bowl. The 59th from Toronto might not be bad. The 49th from Tampa Bay might not be bad either. St. Louis has Edmonton's. I'll try to get no, they can't do that. San Jose. Okay, San Jose can't take it. Pittsburgh. No. Phoenix? Nope, Phoenix can't take it. Philly can take it. Ottawa, the 58th, they can take it. The Rangers, nope. Islanders, they don't want to trade any of their picks. Jersey for the 43rd. Would that go through? I'll just try it. Bull, a lot of picks for a second round pick from New Jersey. Will that go through? Nah, I didn't think so. Did not think so. All right, so we'll just go back. See you later, draft. Ekblad, Bits. Damn it. Goddamn the Colorado Avalanche for taking Reinhart. Son of a biatch. They took Sam Reinhart. He was the one player I wanted to grab. It doesn't look like we're going to get it. All right, so we have 3 players here we can take. We're not going to be looking for that goalie, so we don't have to worry about it. Zachary Fortin. We're not going to worry about him. So we either need to take Nikita Sherbak, who we know is 4.5 stars at least, a sniper. We could take Roland McCowan, or we could take Nick Ritchie as well. So what do we want to do here? Do we want to take Nikita Sherbak? I know Nikita Sherbak is a pretty good sniper. He's 4.5 stars. We drafted him in the YouTubers GM mode just to replace one of the players, but I know he actually can be pretty good. So there's a sniper there. But I think we already have enough sniping prospects. We already know Roland McCowan is a at least 4-star defenseman, 18 years old. It wouldn't be bad to just keep boosting up that defense, the defensive core, because we don't really have any prospects for defense playing in the minors, because everybody else will probably be playing on the NHL team. You know what? I think I will take, and then Nick Ritchie's a power forward, could replace Nathan Horton in the future. We already know what Nick Ritchie does. You know what? I'm gonna take McCowan. You know what? I think I will do that. I'm gonna take Roland McCowan at my pick, even though I really should take a sniper in Sherbak. I'm gonna take Roland McCowan. Might not get a better chance to draft another good defenseman like that. All right, so let's see. So Nick Ritchie went to Buffalo. All right, so let's quick sim up to our pick. Mayo, Larker, Rynan, LeBlanc, Drazentel. Okay, so now we have this pick. Let's see if there's going to be any other good players to pick up. Michael DeCall, William Nylander. Okay. I think we should definitely get one of these guys. And then Sam Bennett's coming up close too. Ooh, I don't know. Um, let me see. I don't know how many picks are still left. 7 more, including us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oof. This one might be tough. Bennett might go late. We could maybe get a stretch here. I don't know if we can grab up Sam Bennett though. There's still another first round goalie still left in Alexei Butseyev. But I don't know if any of these teams are going to draft any of those guys. You can either take Michael DeCall, you can either take William Nylander. Do we take the playmaker in DeCall, or do we take the sniper in Nylander? I think we need snipers on this team. We still need goal scoring on the team, so I think we should take Nylander, D'Angelo Bobick, or we could take Sam Bennett. We already know Bennett's pretty good. He's a two-way forward, though. I think we're already fine for two-way forwards. So you know what? I'm going to take William Nylander here. DeCall is actually a playmaker. Do we have him scouted? Not too great. I've seen him in Johnny's GM mode, but he's in like year 6, and he's only like at 80-something overall. So I'm going to take William Nylander. Take that. Hopefully Sam Bennett doesn't get taken. So DeCall, D'Angelo, Butseyev, Bennett gets taken by Phoenix. Bennett got took by Phoenix. Ho-Sang went to Minnesota. All right, so let's continue here. So we have the 3rd, the 8th, the 10th, and the 23rd in the second round. Okay, so we could probably still get up some steals here. Let's see if we can make a trade. Once again, we only have one phone to work with. Let's see if we can just move up to get maybe a 3rd round pick as well. So we'll trade the 4th, the 5th, the 5th, and the 7th for a 3rd round pick. Not that late of a 3rd round pick. Somebody that wants to trade away somebody that has a 3rd round pick that they want to trade away. LA has 2. They have Edmonton's. Would you guys do that? A 4th, 2 fifths, and a 7th for Edmonton, and maybe a player as well if you can take that on. Could you guys take Bowl off our hands? Will that go through for a 3rd round pick? Yes, it did. The Los Angeles fans are going to be cheering in the streets. Okay, that works. Trade away all those picks, and we get another additional 3rd. Okay, so Fleury, Vrana. All right, so let's see who we can grab up here in the 3rd round. Alexei Pep. I'm trying to remember names here. Okay, Barbashev is available. Barbashev was actually highly rated overall. He's a Russian playmaker. That's actually not bad. So I'm just trying to go for the players highest overall too, as well as names I can remember. I think we might be able to grab Oh yeah, we're grabbing Goodobin. We're gonna have time to grab Goodobin. So that's gonna be cool. All right, so Pepin, I don't know much about. Bryce Martin, he's a defenseman, but I think we should go for offense once again. I'm gonna grab up Ivan Barbashev, Russian playmaker, 18 years old, because I know from the prospects game that he was highly rated, pretty high overall already. So I'm gonna take Barbashev in that round, and for my 3rd in the 2nd. Pepin, Kapanen. All right, so can we grab? Do we have time to grab Goodobin with our 10th? Yes, we will. Okay, so we can grab up one more extra person, and then we can grab up Goodobin with our with the 10th. So we can grab up one more person here before we grab up Goodobin. So Goodobin is a playmaker. I think we should maybe grab up one more defenseman if we have the chance. So we could take Bryce Martin. We could take. So could we take Bryce Martin? I haven't heard much about him. Bryce Martin looks like he's a fast skater. He's got a good shot. Puck's moving skills look good. Senses look good. He's not the most physical guy, but his defense, 2.5 green stars for that. And what is he? He's a two-way defender. 6'2", 120, 162. Vladimir Kachov, Nikolai Ehlers, Jace Horlock, Nord Panikwicks. Just looks like an angry motherfucker that wants to just like rape your children. Shouldn't have said that, but all right. So I don't think I'll be able to grab him because he scares me. Aaron Hayden, I don't know much about him. So I think I'm going to grab up Bryce Martin just because he is a defenseman. Yeah, so I'll grab up Bryce Martin with my 8th, and then I'm gonna grab up Goodobin with my 10th. Just so I can make sure I grab him, grab up Goodobin, and then we can quick sim up to the 23rd. All right, so Ehlers went to Boston. Hallrook, Hayden, Polvinka, Kirkland, Sullivan, Patterson, Casebo, Laminko. Just gonna keep going for names I recognize from the prospects game. Chartier, Spencer Watson. I think he was a guy who was up there as well. Lang, LaBelle, Adrian Kemp, Tambellini. Tambellini was actually another guy who was pretty highly rated overall. He's a two-way forward. You haven't drafted any of them yet. This Julius Honka guy too. Oh yeah, he's from Johnny's GM mode. He actually turned out pretty good for them. But I think we should grab up. Um, they're saying to take Point, who's a playmaker, but we already drafted up enough playmakers. We already drafted the defenseman last time. We grabbed up Barbashev, who was another playmaker. So I know Spencer Watson was actually decent overall, but he's a sniper. So I think I'm going to take Tambellini because he's a two-way forward, and I know he was actually he was decent overall as well. So I'm going to take Tambellini there, my 23rd, see if anybody else is available. Okay, cool. So it looks like we have a third and the 20th in the thing. So there was the one trade we made. Moving up, and whoops, I didn't want to make any trades. All right, so the third, Kemp and Peters. I don't want to draft any goalies. I think we can take Honka. Yeah, I think we have enough. Yeah, we might as well take Honka. Grab another defenseman. Either Walmark, Lucas Walmark, Stefan Nosad, Cristiano DiGiacinto or DiGiacinto. I don't freaking know. Stupid pronunciation of names. Ryan McInnes. No, I think we should take Honka. Honka's got 3.5 gold stars. I think he's the highest thing still left for potential. Yes, he is. He's still the highest overall potential in the third round. So I'm going to take Honka. Why not? And I'll go down to my 20th and see if there's going to be anything else. And this will be the last pick for this draft. Let's just see if there's anything else. Names I recognize. Joel Kivaranta, Kane Franzen. 21-year-old two-way forward, 18-year-old two-way forward. So we could take two. We have two potential two-way forwards here. Austin Carroll, Austin Adam, David Reckworth, Pechting, Godin, Pradapovic, Neil, DeLeo, Trainer, Rupert. Just trying to just go down here, see if any of these names are recognizable. Nothing really. Is there any goalies that are still pretty decent available? There is a third round goalie. There's a lot of third round goalies. Do you want to take a goalie just in case? Ken Appleby. We could take Wyatt Hofflin. All right, it's either we'll either take Wyatt Hofflin, or we can take Kivaranta or Franzen. So it's either the goalie Kivaranta, Franzen, or a 20-year-old right-wing grinder as well. That might not be a bad idea. All right, so what do we want? I don't think we need the goalie. We can take one of these guys. So we can either take Kivaranta, Franzen. All right, let's check potentials. I don't think we have Kivaranta scouted. We do not. Let's check out Kane Franzen, see what he's like. Looks to be fairly accurate in his shooting and the skating category. So that might be good. It looks like he's a fast skater, a good puck handler for a 21-year-old. That's the reason I don't know if I want to draft a 21-year-old or this Austin Carroll guy who's a 20-year-old grinder. 21 might be a little bit old. Oh, yeah, you know what? This guy actually has pretty good. His defensive category might be already 3.5 stars. His senses might be 4. He's a good. He has a hard shot, too. He's a grinder, but not a great physical category. He's a fast skater. You know what? I'm going to grab this guy. I'm going to grab Austin Carroll. Screw the goalie. I'm grabbing myself a 20-year-old grinder. USA, baby. All right, so we'll grab Austin Carroll, and I think that's it. I don't think we have any picks. No, we do not in the fourth round because we traded all them to the LA Kings. So I think we can just do auto draft, and we'll just take a look and see how we did. All right, so I think that was a fairly successful draft. All right, so let's move on to the re-sign phase. Check out all our draft picks, and then in the next video, we'll get the re-sign phases started with. We do have it looks like we're going to have $23.4 million worth of cap room to re-sign the team, which should be pretty good. Oh, I didn't want to buy out players. Whoopsies. I wanted to switch back to the NHL team, and we will re-sign our players. All right, so let's take a look at how we did. All right, so goaltenders. We'll just take a look at overalls and everything. So nothing's changed for any of those guys. Defenseman, let's take a look here for things. So it looks like Julius Honka, 4.5 gold star potential, not bad. And Roland McCowan, he was our third overall draft pick, right? We took him third overall? No, fourth overall. Yeah, so we took Roland McCowan fourth overall. He's 61 overall, 4 gold stars. Julius Honka, 4.5 red star, 65 overall. So Roland McCowan might take a little bit more time to progress, maybe than Julius Honka. Who knows? But he's got 4 green stars. Honka has 4.5 red. All right, and I don't think there's anything else. Oh yeah, Bryce Martin. We drafted Bryce Martin too, 3.5 gold stars, but he's 49 overall. So his potential is there, but his overall is extremely shot in the foot. 49 overall for him. Nothing too great there, but maybe just like a tradable asset for the future. And then nothing really too special down there. Okay, so right wingers. Let's see. We have William Nylander, 4.5 gold star potential. William Nylander, hoo-wee baby. This guy is going to be an absolute stud. We took him 23rd overall in this draft, 58 overall, but the 4.5 gold stars for him. Nicely done, super sweet, William Nylander. Nicely job, nicely job. There I go again, saying that stupid phrase. Nicely done at picking up William Nylander. And we also picked up Nikolai Gudobin, 3.5 gold star potential, 70 overall playmaker. Nicely done. His shooting category is actually already there. The Russian, we could play Kudobin and Kuznetsov maybe possibly playing together for the future. I don't know. That could be a potential good second line or first line pairing with Nikolai Gudobin and Evgeny Kuznetsov. So Gudobin was a good pickup for 3.5 stars. Not bad. Anybody else down there? Okay, so left wingers. We have... okay, so we picked up Tambellini, Adam Tambellini, two-way forward, 3.5 gold stars for Tambellini, not bad. 64 overall for him. We drafted Tambellini, 53rd overall in the second round, so that was that pick we got from the Detroit Red Wings, I think. So that was not bad there. And we also grabbed up Austin Carroll. So the grinder actually didn't turn out too bad. 3.5 red stars, but he is 64 overall. So Austin Carroll, not bad. We took him with our 80th overall pick in the third round, and yeah, he does have a hard slap shot already. His defense is getting there. His skating looks like he might be a fast skater. He's an American-born guy, so we'll have to see what happens with Austin Carroll. So that was actually not a bad pick there for a late third rounder, not bad. And then finally for our centers, I think we just have Barbashev, and that's it. Yep, so Ivan Barbashev, 67 overall center playmaker, 3.5 gold stars. We picked up Barbashev, 33rd overall in the second round. Not bad as well. So we picked up a lot of Russians here. We picked up Gudobin, Barbashev. Is there anybody else we picked up? Nope, that's not it. But I think we did fairly good looking at who we picked up in the draft this year. I mean, if we look at all these guys, William Nylander, Ivan Barbashev, Austin Carroll, Adam Tambellini, Nikolai Gudobin, and oh, whoops, I wanted to do all skaters. Hold on, so I can get a list of everybody that we drafted. So all these guys we drafted up. So Bryce Martin, that is Bryce, right? Oh, Bryson. I think it's Bryson. It's not Bryce. It's Bryson Martin. Bryson Martin, Julius Honka, William Nylander, Ivan Barbashev, Austin Carroll, Roland McCowan, Adam Tambellini, and Nikolai Gudobin. So a really nice draft that we got here. We got ourselves how many? I think 4 3.5 gold star potential guys, 1 4-star four green star potential guy, a 3.5 red star potential guy, a 4.5 gold star, and a 4.5 red star potential player. So not bad drafting wise. Let me know what you guys think of those drafts. We didn't draft a goalie. We went all defense, and so we drafted I think 3 defensemen. Yep, we drafted 3 defensemen. No centers though. We took all left wingers. The only center we took was Barbashev. So a lot of wingers. Not really too much concerned in the center department, but overall, pretty good draft. So next video, we'll get started with the re-sign phases. Let me know what you guys think of that draft. I think we did pretty dang well, if I say so myself, but let me know. And we'll start the re-signs next video.